Hey guys, it's coffee time, and you'll notice that my room is darker than usual because I'm pretty sure that by the time those of you who are in my time zone see this, it's going to be like 3 in the morning because YouTube is taking forever to process videos lately. It is the weirdest thing ever. Every time I upload a video, it'll sit there being like, I've uploaded completely, but the processing section, I don't know how many of you have your own channels and upload it all, the processing section will just sit there and stare at me for like over an hour sometimes. I'm like, are you still working? Is this still happening? I've learned to just leave it alone though. That like once I start the uploading process, usually it gets through the whole thing, but I have to leave it alone for a while. I think just because YouTube is still having issues, but I was petulant. I was like, my poor heart, it just explodes all over the place. I'm so sad. But fortunately, oh, you guys are gonna be so proud of me. So I've been playing Monsters Eat My Condo, like constantly for months now, and at this point now, I usually get somewhere in the top 5 of scores for the day, every day. Which is just kind of gross. Like, it's one of those things where I'm going, what am I doing with my life that I get in the top 5 scores, like, every day? So, I needed a new game, and I kept, every time I was in the office, I kept being like, anybody playing a game that maybe I could play? This is like a phone game, maybe? And for the most part, nobody had anything that they were playing that they thought was particularly, like, addicting, like something that could really take my mind off of Monsters Ate My Condo. So, then, I was talking to my buddy, and she was like, hey, you should play Tiny Tower. And I was like, what is Tiny Tower? And the way that she explained it, it sounded like it was going to be more complex than it actually is. I don't know why it's fun, but it's fun. It's like, you can add floors onto your tower, and each floor is a different like type of business or like a residential floor, and you move people into your residential floor, and if they move into your residential floor, then you can make them employees of the different businesses, but all of them have different interests, so you have to know like what business would work best for them and where they're going to be the most happy, and it's just ridiculous. Like, how many floors do I have now? Oh, and also you get to rename your floors, so then when it alerts you about whether or not something has happened on that floor, sometimes it sounds really funny. I'm not going to give you examples because all of mine are dirty, but it's just been I've been giggling to myself constantly. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors! And I can build my next floor for 7,349 gold pieces. Which makes it sound like a medieval game, but it's not at all. But, yeah, it's super... I don't know, it's fun. You should try it if you're into like stuff like that. Like, I gave it a try because I know that I like time management things like Sally Salon and Diner Dash. I love games like those. So when she was like, Tiny Tower, and I wasn't entirely sold, after I played it a little bit I was going, yeah, alright. But what does stress me out, did you guys ever play Virtual Villagers? It was that big fish game where you were like in charge of an entire like island of people, and they had different things that they as like a group could do, but the game acted in real time. Tiny Tower acts in real time too, but the game acted in real time, so like if I had a day where I had to get up really early, couldn't get on my computer, like I had to get up really early and I was gone all day until, you know, 1 in the morning, which happened quite often, I would come back and sometimes like all of my villagers would be dead and I'd be like, So I was stressed out at first about this game because I was like, no, what if all of my Tiny Tower people, like, did somebody just scream? What if all my Tiny Tower people are dead? That would be super upsetting. But they don't die. Just if your store runs out of stock of something, then that area of the store shuts down. That's all. That's all. Was that a scream? That was so weird. I think Mike is watching some sort of like a freaky movie because I keep hearing like explosions and then screams and then like intense building music, and I'm like... So of course I decided to, you know, film this in the dark, because why not? I don't know, guys. I don't make the best choices. Also, we went to Costco and just got a bunch of snacks because we haven't had snacks at all in our house. At all! And it's been terrible because all of us like to just kind of trot over to our computer and just sit there for a really long time and like do things. And typically snacks are the best like computer food, right? Because you can have one hand doing whatever you need to be doing on the computer. For the most part. With video games, typically you need both hands, but like, if it's just browsing, you just need one hand, and then the other hand can be like snacking, right? I haven't had any snacks around at all. So we finally got sick of it. We were like, we were getting snack food. So we did. We did it right. We got lots of snack food. I'm really excited about it. Like, kind of too excited about it, but you know. Yes. Also, I realized that I never put a screensaver on my computer. Why? I don't know! But I kept realizing that my screens were like, you know when your screen goes into sleep mode? That's what my screens were doing, and I was like, why are they doing that? It's because you never set a screensaver, that's why. So I put that fancy bubbles one on. Woo! Bubbles! Oh my gosh, so many bubbles! Oh, so exciting! Do you like my background? I kind of like my background. For a while there, it was a fox that was sleeping. Do you guys remember that? Now it's like weird rainbow nonsense. I don't know, man. I was like, I feel like I need a different wallpaper, like something that makes more sense spanning across two monitors. So why not do an artsy looking gradient of colors, because what else? What else? At first the other thing that I tried was like, it was like a beach, but it was the time of night where the beach was like pink. And I was like, oh, it's so pretty, but it was too much. It was like too much nature. Like on one screen, it's like, oh, that's soothing, that's nice. On two screens, it was like, I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get sucked into one of these screens, then I'm going to be there, and it's gonna be terrible. So, so obviously, you know, I had to change it because that was too intense. It was too much for my poor brain. I keep only playing Skyrim in like 5-minute doses. I was just thinking because I was talking about browsing. I haven't played it at all today. I played it very briefly yesterday. Maybe I'll play it after this. But I have been playing Sherlock in bursts, and that's kind of fun. I'm getting distracted by the bubbles, like, really easily. Hey, bubbles. How you doing? Having fun? Bubbles. They're just so fun. I remember the first time I saw this screensaver, and my mind was blown. Like, it was the most ridiculous thing. I was like, there are bubbles that show up on the screen that you already have, and they float around in different color. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing. And I stared at it forever. I even remember whose friend, like, not whose friend, which one of my friends had it on their laptop and made me go, that is a really cool screensaver. And she was like, thanks. So it's been my favorite screensaver ever since. Although the Macs have really cool screensavers, I have to say. They have like crazy like galaxy ones. My brother and my sister-in-law have that one, and I keep being like, I wonder if I could put that on mine. But the bubbles! But then I wouldn't have bubbles anymore. But the galaxy one's pretty sweet. I had a friend who, she used to put random like GIFs up. GIFs. You know, I say it a certain way until somebody points it out to me. And then I forget which one is how I normally say it. If I overthink it, because it's such a point of contention for some reason with people. I had a friend who used to put those up as her screensaver. So she would walk away, it would go into screensaver mode, and then it would just be a constantly repeating image. Like, it was the weirdest thing ever. And it kind of made me want to do it, but I've never done it. It would be pretty funny though. There are so many beautiful GIFs on... GIF is normally how I say it. I think. GIF. 10 more comments! My Sherlock video just went up. So exciting. Anywho, I guess I'll go since I'm really hoping that this will upload. Hoping. It'll upload, but will it process? We don't know. We'll find out together like a family. Anywho, yeah, I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Is Friday, yay! Okay, bye-bye. Mwah!